Hi everyone, Ron back here again. Just an update of what we're doing on the block. We haven't done one in a little while because we've been busy. We've gotten all the block as levelled out as we can. We've got it all reseeded. We've put fertiliser on, we've put microorganisms, we've put a numerous variety of different seeds and whatnot to help bulk up the ground and add extra organic matter to it. At the moment, we're in the process down the back, chopping up some of the trees that were here that had fallen down and some that we had to remove because they're just in the wrong spots. We're burning up all the stuff that we can't really use inside in the fire at the moment. We've had to call through to the Tasmanian Fire Department and let them know and call our neighbours and that. But we've got the buggy or the side-by-side with the 250 litre sprayer. We've got the tractor sitting there, which I can change the bucket in seconds, but we've also got a hose there, which is also connected up to all of our water system that we've put in, which runs all the way down that long side of the fence. And we've got the smaller pile out here. So as we're cutting off the main branches and stuff of the tops of the trees, we can bring them out and just continually put them on. But at the moment, we're just in the process of trying to start it because here in lovely Tasmania, where we're situated, everything is wet. It just doesn't light like you would think it would just straight off the bat. Although, once it gets going, there's basically no stopping it. Okay, that's the update for the now. Talk to you again soon. At the moment, my lovely tractor's got 560, basically 5 hours on it from brand new. It's been doing lots and lots of work. As you can see, the paddocks have all been dug up and you can see some of the implements that are scattered just through here, and I've still got more of them down the back. And we've also been cutting up wood and whatnot. Some of these logs that are across here are 2.2 metres across, 2.2 metres long, and about a metre across. Some of those are weighing up to a tonne. Okay everyone, you can see here I've got a whole heap of wood. It's off of an old bridge that used to be in Waratah itself. It was actually built in the late 1800s and replaced in the 1900s. But the trees, I counted the rings on a couple of the trees there, and they were between 200 to 300 plus years old. They were long before the Captain Cook turned up in Australia. You can see me bringing another log in as well, and you can see all the ice in the shade there, and out in the sun it's all gone. But that ice, because of the way the sun's going at the moment, stayed around all day. The frost just hangs there constantly. And as you can see, plenty of logs. We'll get into cutting them up soon enough. But winter is on its way. Some of the pepperberry trees that were down the back that were rotten, or ones that were in piles there, and ones that have gone and fallen over, and ones we removed that were in the road. As you can see on the old bridge there, lots of old lovely nails and bolts and as it goes through, and I'm sure you'll even see the end of one of the logs there. Yep, there it is. A little bit later on from doing all the wood, we've got a severe weather event happening down in Tasmania. As you can see, the hail, the rain, it's all going sideways. It's all over the show. No puddle in the paddock at the moment, but you wait till you see a little bit further along. Oh, there's all the hail, and Again, the breeze is just going for it. Trees have been blowing over on the golf course and all that sort of stuff as it goes through. There's a bit of snow with the rain and the hail. And as you can see, it's just horrendous. And there's all the hail hitting the cars. Shows up quite well on a black car. But more hail, more rain, and this went on for hours and hours and hours. We had blackouts happen. Good thing is that being that we're from Queensland, I brought the generator down because up there goes without power. As you can see in the background there, again, the clouds and the rain and the wind as it's going through is just horrendous. Good thing is it's only really small hail. We haven't seen any real big hail down here as yet. So far, just small stuff. Really, really small. But as it pans across in a minute across the paddock here, there's a pond. And this was all done within probably a few hours, two to 3 hours. And that's how much water has run from across the paddock and built up and where it's run through as well. A little bit cold setting up the generator. It's a bit icy and a bit sleety out there coming down at the moment. Amongst the rain, a bit of a slush puppy, I think.
Look at it coming off your shoulders.
All the steam, yeah. It's below zero outside. I should be using gloves, but I need my dexterity to plug cords and shit in. I can't do it with gloves. Okay, with this weather event that's happened, August 2024, the natural disaster in Tasmania. Been through a few of them in Queensland, but the area through here, from July through to September somewhere there, we had in excess of over a metre of rain. And because it doesn't dry out as quickly as it would in Queensland, although in saying that could be around for months and months, we've got a scenario of 47,000 homes with no power and 200,000 power restorations. Waratah itself was without power for 4 days, and some parts of Tasmania for 2 weeks. And here's a lovely shot of the waterfall with it in full flow with all this excess rain that's coming through. Again, it's just one of those things that you have to put up with, being anywhere around the place with severe weather events. You just got Snow Angel bombed. Snow Angel bombed big time. That's not a snow angel. That's a mud pie that looks like a snow angel. And the terrors are having fun. They think it's fantastic. Eh? And what about Shimba? Hey?
Come on, girls.
Here comes some more snow. Josie. Princess.
The sun came out and so did the bees. But Jasmine took a bit of a liking to a bee. We didn't know at the time whether it was a bee, and the vets were on standby as we raced all the way to the coast, 60 kilometres, to get some help for poor Jazzy. Her face was quite swollen and her nose was quite bent up from the swelling, as you can see. But yeah, it was a bee. And yeah, she was on some antibiotics and very soft food for some time. But she came good, thankfully.
The weather event's finally finished, and it's taken quite a number of days for our part of the community out here in Waratah to start talking to one another and seeing who does and doesn't need help. This is down on the golf course. A number of trees have come over, and as you can see, they're quite large. Some of them are in excess of well over towards the metre and a half plus-ish. Good thing is that the tractor's doing all the work for us. You've got to move around with the tractor quite gingerly because, again, the sheer volume of rain, it's quite easy to sink down and into the golf courses where we're at. As you can see, I don't have grass tyres on, I've just got normal tractor tyres on, and it does make quite a lot of divots in the actual ground, but being it's the golf course as well, we've got to take it steady. And as you can see, I'm taking it nice and steady, dumping it into the trailer, because that log there was just on the cusp of where my tractor couldn't pick it up, and it's quite heavy in itself. As you can see, one of the trees that had come over, the root systems and all that there, sticking up in the ground, and the numerous parts of the logs. One of the mates that we've made here in Waratah, and a bit further down the paddock you can see more stuff that's been knocked over, and I'm going through with the rake trying to pick up all the debris that's blown across the paddock and come off the trees. Hi everyone, Ron back here again. Just doing a bit of a update on stuff we've been doing with the tractor. At the moment, we're down at our local golf course, which has had a lot of storm damage. Trees in excess of up to 30 plus metres tall come down. Lots of branches, lots of sticks and twigs left over, all over the place. We've cleaned up quite a bit here already, some of the main branches, but it's all just sticks that are left everywhere. Now, we've got the stick rake here, and at the moment, I haven't got it pressured down. On most all tractors, you'll have what they call a float level for any of your implements. Now, depending on how aggressive I set this to how much digs into the ground, being it's a golf course, I don't want to peel off too much. All I want to do is try and pick up the sticks. Okay, so all I'm going to be going through and doing is literally have it on float, and this should hopefully just roll with the land as we go. Always be mindful though, some of these implements weigh up to a few hundred kilos, okay? So you've got a bit of downward pressure even with float with the actual implement itself. And all you're going along and doing is actually just raking it through, and I'm raking it into a pile. You also have the ability with the big handle on the back here to actually adjust how the angle of that stick rake goes. So if you wanted to windrow and come along and push more and more into a windrow, if you're going to burn it in the paddock for instance sakes, or you just want it to move to one side, you could literally undo this and tilt it left or right to as light an angle or as sharp an angle as you desire. That you'll have to deal with yourself. I'm sure you'll figure it out just like most of us do. So apart from that, I'll get into it. It's just a process of coming backwards and forwards and raking it into a pile. So later on, when I put the bucket back on instead of the forks, because I've been lifting up all the dead trees here once they've all been cut, and moving them back, good firewood, and we'll go for it from there, and we'll come back with the bucket and pick up the sticks and move them off to one side. Okay, bye for now.